What is good, guys? I had my mag muted. Great start. Welcome to the first episode of ChillHawks. I'm here joined by my beautiful co-host, Cortez himself, Nanz, and Wrongopinionman. Don't make the same mistake that I did on your mic, guys. How you guys doing?
Doing well. Hear a little bit of an echo
Yeah.
on your end.
All right. Let me turn it down a little bit. There we go. Wrongopinionman, how about you?
Good. Yeah, it's holiday, right? So not doing anything too crazy.
So, what do you guys celebrate? Actually, your holiday. Anyone know? I'm Mexican. I'm Mexico, full on Mexico. So I don't really have the same holidays of you guys. So, what are you guys celebrating?
Yeah, Labor Day. It's basically just like the federal government making people have the day off because we work too hard.
That sounds good, bro. Yeah, we don't really have that around here. So everybody for the new coaching regimen. I really wanted to start a podcast for a while. So, and I think it's just the priming to start it along with the new coaching stuff. We have plenty of stuff to cover up. So I don't know, you guys just want to start talking about the preseason.
Yeah, you're still echoing a little bit, but I don't know if that's just me. But
All right.
Nah, you are
Let me just
echoing
put-
a little bit, yeah. But we still hear you okay.
Bear with me, guys. It's first episode, so we just ironing out some few details. All right, and we're ready. No echo, right? No, it's still echoing.
oh yeah,
Yeah. Oh my god, bro. That is insane. Well, I don't know why. All right. Hold on. All right. Testing 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. We should have tested this before. Yeah. Well, as you guys have my face reveal and Wrongopinionman's face reveal. So give you guys and it's not an echo exactly. Okay, what is it then? What would you say? Connection.
feedback?
Can you guys hear me well?
just still echoing. So
Damn.
Yeah, we hear you, but there's a bit of an echo. I don't know, maybe turn off something.
the whole thing, just cancel it.
Yeah, shut the whole
Yeah.
podcast.
I didn't say that.
No, hold on.
Oh,
Uh-oh.
he's dead.
Oh, he's
Okay.
back.
You guys, we got some tech difficulties. I guess I'm just gonna use a
Do you
regular.
guys see my cat in the background?
No, I did.
Oh,
I'm
God.
too focused working on this. All right. Can you guys hear me better now?
Yeah,
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. I'm just using my fucking laptop's mic now. It's just, I guess. Great start, guys. Great start. It's a good thing this is just a chill podcast. We're just here to talk about the Seahawks and just share the experience with some Twitter friends. I don't think anybody really knows each other from anywhere else, right? Like, maybe some of you guys were mutuals before, but yeah, can't reveal. All right, so I guess with the echo gone, we'll get started on the topics. We'll talk about the preseason a little bit. Just don't want to take too much because we have a lot to cover up, man.
Yeah.
Okay, so I guess we'll talk about the Daryl Taylor trade first. It's a little bit of old news at this point, but we're not gonna get left behind, bro. So yeah, Daryl Taylor trade. I honestly was a little bit just disappointed a little bit. I really was hoping that Daryl Taylor would be one of those players that Mike McDonald could get the best out of. Maybe that's my delusional side. I know a lot of people have mentioned that he's not a good fit for the Mike McDonald defense. So I don't know what you guys thought about it. You guys didn't care at all, or what?
It's like you can look at 2 early season games and really see like the tale of 2 halves for him. Like if you look at a couple years ago, that Colts game where he had that crazy sack at the end of the game, just like demolished an offensive lineman and ate Carson Wentz's lunch. And I was like, all right, this kid's going to be so good. It was his first like actual game as a Seahawk because he was injured his whole rookie year. And then last year, the tackle of Jared Goff when he didn't have the ball, like, and hadn't had the ball for like 10 seconds, like it wasn't even close.
That's insane.
he seemed lost all the time.
Yeah, I think he just had this. I don't know if you want to call it like just brain farts or something like that. Like the worst part is that wasn't even like the worst thing that he did. I after the Quandre interception against the Raiders, I've never seen any NFL player do something like that, bro, in my life. I've never seen anything going on right now. Like, I don't know what he was thinking. He wasn't thinking. I don't know. Maybe the emotions got the best out of him.
Yeah, I don't know what he was thinking. I was really hoping that, he would pan out, especially, he had some flashes. When he first came on the team, second year, I think he had like almost 10 sacks, something like that.
Yeah, I think he had 9.
Yeah, so it was, looking up. Then it was injuries, and from then on it was just mistake after mistake, bonehead plays and things like that. And I was like, man, I don't know, to be honest with you, because he was taking less and less snaps, becoming basically a third down role player. I wasn't really upset about the trade, but I was like, man, probably could have worked out with the new system. I probably would have liked to see him with the new system, but wasn't really as upset as a lot of people were.
What about you, Nanz? You're a big Daryl Taylor fan?
No, I appreciated Daryl Taylor. All those fun moments were cool, but
sure.
Honestly, I did kind of feel some kind of way about him being traded this early or that early, just because Nosu got hurt and we needed depth. But I know that we traded for a different player for another 6th round pick, so like it ultimately canceled each other out. Yeah.
And he's a similar player to Daryl Taylor. Like has this potential.
They can't send an edge. They can't send an edge, but they can get, they can get a sack. And that's helpful just to have on the bench, So I was a little bit just like confused why we did that so early. And then Nosu got hurt, and I was like, what the fuck? And then we traded for a player, so it ended up worked. So, yeah.
Yeah, I guess that's what we can talk about next. The Nosu injury, man, it's devastating. I think that's one of my favorite players. Wrongopinionman, he's the biggest fan. Had him on the profile picture on Twitter, and I think he was gonna be. Well, he's not out for a season, So. Hopefully it doesn't slow him down. It's a pretty tricky injury. We re-aggravated and stuff like that. I don't want to touch on wood. I don't want to give him the bad juju, but yeah, man, I think he's a really important piece. Like really underrated for these teams specifically. The depth that we have at outside linebacker is not the best, I think. Well, proven depth, I guess.
True.
Totally. Like, I feel like when we didn't have him last half of the season, the whole season was trash, like defensively, just because no one could set an edge. And he can, so. What up, people?
I was really excited for him last year, especially when we had the Giants game, the Monday night game when, Devin Witherspoon went crazy. I think we had 7, 8 sacks or something like that, and Nosu was doing his job as well. It definitely gave me hope. But then once he got hurt, I was like, "Bro, there's no way that he's out after we have that crazy ass game." But hopefully, they said probably like 2 to 6 weeks or something like that. I would rather keep him out a little bit longer if I know he's going to feel better later on in the season versus the first couple games.
Yeah, I mean, we got high hopes for this team, right? So I'd much rather have him back half of the season, like playoff push, if that's still a possibility at that point, than rush him back to the field and have him get hurt again. Like we've seen Seahawks players do that all the time. Like even just looking at Jamal Adams, like he wasn't really ready to come back, but he was so anxious to get back, and the team really wanted him back, and he was making all that money, and there was all that fan pressure, and then he came back and got hurt again, and it's just like I'd much rather take the time. Like it's not that urgent right at the beginning of the season. I know it's a new defense and like everyone's learning, so it's nice to have the whole unit together. But like he's a fast learner. He picked up Pete's system pretty quick last year, so yeah.
Plus we got Derek Hall, so let him show what he can do.
He's a grown man,
He's very
so
promising.
hopefully he can keep it going.
And Sheriff, right? Did we keep him right, or is he on our practice squad?
Who's that?
No. We did keep him.
Lost?
I think he's on the 53 roster.
Okay, yeah. Hopefully he
Sheriff?
shows, Yeah, did we lose him?
No, Sheriff. No,
Sheriff got claimed by Carolina.
Really?
No, Sheriff. Yeah, we lost Sheriff.
Really?
Yeah, I thought you were talking about their call. Sorry, my bad.
That hurts, to be honest with you. I don't see why, but
yeah, that he was a preseason darling for sure. Of everyone, and I think if the Nosu injury happened earlier, they would have kept him for sure because they were just basically just kicking their legs in the water, trying not to drown, and doing this last minute moves for some depth at outside linebacker and stuff like that. So they were definitely weren't expecting that. They weren't ready for that. Another preseason darling that I wanted to talk about. I'm gonna be giving the mic to Wrongopinionman, which is the president of the fan club of Kenny McIntosh. I think he's the most standout player from the preseason, if you ask me. What did you see about him?
Yeah, man. I mean, he is the player that he was at Georgia. He was just like injured. He got injured in the mock game last year, and then didn't play, I think, any like official offensive snaps last year. I think he had a couple special team snaps, but like he really is that guy. Like he's a really good receiving back, and I know he had a really slow 40 time in his measurements, but you can see on that touchdown run, like he plays way faster than he measures on the athletic stuff. And he led the league in yards after contact this preseason by like a pretty sizable margin.
I didn't know that, bro.
Yeah, he is that guy, and I really started to like him as kind of a bit, like as a joke. Like I was just picking up a random player, especially because they had already drafted another running back in the second round that draft, Charbonnet. So I was like, oh, of course they couldn't help themselves. They drafted another running back. But then I watched some of his college tape, and then I was like really hyped for him. He was hurt all year, so. I know he's RB3. He's probably not going to get that much attention in the regular season, but I don't know. DJ Dallas got some work, and maybe we'll see K-Mac throw a touchdown or try to throw a touchdown. So
the one interception, goal in the red zone.
No, please no, bro. I hope we're past that. I'm really hoping for Ryan Grubb to just not repeat the same mistakes that Shane Waller did.
Well, we don't have 4 running backs on the roster, so we can't run that play either way. We don't have the right guys for the formation.
Yeah, it's looking good. It's looking good right
now. Back to that Kenny McIntosh, so I liked him too. Great balance, as you guys saw. Breaking tackles is definitely a good thing as well. Very good with decisiveness, one cut, and up the field. And of course, vision is one thing I feel like if you have. Something you can't really teach, you can't really coach.
For sure.
Good vision. The game speed definitely does matter, but to be honest, I believe what was his name?
Halani.
Yes.
George Halani.
To be honest, I don't know. Him and Kenny McIntosh were fighting for that third position. It's tough. Yep. I don't know. It could win either way for me.
And I think
I liked Halani better.
Right? Oh, hot take, hot take.
He kind of reminded me of Thomas Rawls in a little bit of a way.
Yeah,
You know.
exactly.
Yeah, I really like how he ran too. I was a little worried about Kenny McIntosh for a while there. Not gonna lie.
Nah, never in doubt.
But I do like Kenny McIntosh a lot, if I'm being honest. I am kind of a Zach Charbonnet hater. I mean, I don't think he's bad, but a lot of people I just think that hyped him up way too much, bro. You know, I think it's a really good like 1B to Ken Walker, but I don't know. I like if Ken Walker gets hurt, I honestly think Kenny McIntosh would do a better job, like replacing him than Charbonnet. But that's just me, man. Maybe I'm just tripping.
I can see why. I mean, Charbonnet's more of a power runner.
Yep.
You know, 3 yards in the cloud of dust. But he did average like almost 5 yards a carry from something like that, something crazy last year when he was running. So he was doing pretty good. But yeah, in terms of the breaking long runs, you're probably not going to see that too much from Zach Charbonnet.
Yeah,
but you're going to see that from Kenny McIntosh.
For sure, for sure. All right, so I guess I don't know if you guys have any other preseason darling that you want to talk about, or if you can just move on to the next topic. All right.
Everyone's my darling.
Yeah. Okay. We can do. Well, we can do Mike McDonald. We can talk about just the Mike McDonald, like the first impressions you guys have had on Mike McDonald, because technically we are a little bit late on the talking about him and first impression and all that, but at the same time, nobody really knows anything for sure. Nobody has seen this team on the field. Like the preseason, he kept it really vanilla on both sides of the ball. So what are you guys expecting? What are you guys? Are you guys completely delusional? Are you guys drinking the Kool-Aid of Mike McDonald? How you guys doing?
Yeah, I mean, he kept it vanilla in all aspects. Like even reacting to big plays, it was like almost nothing. And so, I don't know if that was like a thing he's doing for the preseason just to kind of like
I don't think so.
Keep everyone calm, but it's a little different. We're used to Pete having all this like very clear energy. Like he's so obviously like this crazy extrovert, like hyping everybody up all the time. And it seems like Mike, at least during games, is like really going to be like methodical and like thoughtful. And not that Pete isn't thoughtful, but just that it's a different kind of way that they approach. And you can see that even just seeing them stand on the sidelines, the way that they go about things. So I don't know. I'm excited. I don't think they're going to win 17 games, but I don't think that they're a bottom 5 team in the league like some people seem to think that they are. So,
which it's pretty rare how we get both sides of the coin right now. A lot of people are hyping out the Seahawks like they haven't in years, like outside of Seattle. The national media. Some guy, what's his name? Pete Schrader just announced that he's
jump scare.
Just announced that his coach of the year prediction is Mike McDonald. And there are a lot of NFL analysts. Like if you listen to podcasts around the NFL, everyone's pretty high on Seattle. Like the actual analysts are actually really high on Seattle. So I don't know, man. I'm really.
I'll see it when I believe it.
So you're skeptical, Nanz?
No, they're just talking shit. Like they don't know anything. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure.
They don't know anything. But yeah, I mean, I'm definitely excited about having Mike McDonald as our coach. I mean, I'll miss Pete forever. Like I miss his energy on being able to just see Pete run back and forth and be hyped up is so much fun to watch as a fan. And Mike is kind of very stoic and dry. And I appreciate that. As long as there's production on the field, I'm okay with that.
Yeah, I agree with that too. I'm definitely gonna miss Pete. Who's not gonna miss Pete? Brought us our first championship. It was getting old, not gonna lie. I think 2019 you know, it's kind of tough for us as Seahawks fans. Even though we were winning. It was not looking too good. But Mike McDonald, I definitely am excited. I feel like we do have so much skill on our defense and so much skill on our offense. It doesn't make sense that we're always like constantly like bottom tier in terms of defense and offensive production. So I am excited to see what happens, especially with Devin Witherspoon, Tariq Woolen, and an offensive side, a three-headed monster with DK, Tyler, and JSN.
I think you mean four-headed monster. Don't forget Jake Bobo.
Yes.
I mean,
yes,
he started out as a meme, bro, but he is for real, bro. I think they're gonna use him more and more.
I said something the other day. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, man. But
no. Go ahead.
I was saying something the other day about Jake. In terms of him, like his catching ability and route running and blocking, you're gonna have to have some tough conversations in terms of the locker room with letting go one of the other players, because you have to pretty much pay Jason soon. Gonna have to probably pay Tyler again unless he retires. Then of course DK is coming up real soon. I mean, Jake is there. Can't really ask too much of what he's doing, but I don't know. You might be able to get away with getting rid of one of those players. I'm not gonna say who I think they should get rid of because it might make some people mad, but yeah.
Yeah, man. I mean, I don't know, man. I feel like it's a dream. Like I feel like this every time that the NFL is starting. Like my brain has not really processed that I'm watching football this Thursday night. So Thursday night. Yeah.
Thursday.
Yeah. My bad. You guys have some very similar days on the week.
I know.
And yeah, for the people asking, I definitely am struggling a little bit to see through the face mask, but we getting there. I'm getting used to it. It's it's so good. I'm really excited about Mike McDonald myself, in the sense that I think he is his own man. A lot of people try to compare him to maybe a Brandon Staley, like some of the new gen defensive coaches that have failed to transition into head coaches. But Brandon Staley was definitely a Sean McVay merchant for sure. And a lot of these defensive coaches end up piggyback riding a little bit of the good head coaches or the good rosters that they had. And I'm not saying that the Ravens are not a good organization or roster or anything like that. I'm just saying that I think his resume speaks for itself. He's not a Harbaugh, this disciple, I guess. He was under him for a while, but he has been all over the place, just climbing the football corporate ladder. So I think that really speaks well for him. That gives me a lot of confidence for Mike McDonald. Like he's, it's a totally real term, the Mike McDonald defense. He's trying new things. He's inventing things of his own, which is what Kyle Shanahan does, or what more like Sean McVay does on offense. So I don't know. I'm really excited. The coaching staff, it's also really interesting, man, because he didn't really normally when a coordinator gets hired for head coach on another team, he takes a big bite of the whole staff that he had under him on the team that he was working with. And Mike McDonald didn't really do that. He didn't really take the staff from the Ravens. He hired a bunch of guys that kind of have the same philosophy as him. Like they were kind of doing the same thing as him. The defensive coordinator, Durde, I think that's pronounced. I don't know. I'm not really sure. I think he's. I don't want to say British, but
British.
I think he is British, bro.
Yeah, he played for the London Olympians.
That's insane. He's coaching his ass off in the NFL. A British guy is not gonna get a job in the NFL unless he's really, really good, bro. I'm not saying that British people don't know about football. I'm just saying there are some preconceived notions and stuff like that. The league is a little bit iffy on that those subjects.
I can't think of any British people that know football, so don't worry.
Yeah, I didn't want to sound like an asshole for any British people listening to the podcast.
No, you can say it, bro.
You love everybody. You guys in the U.S. have a huge beef going on with the British people. I can see that for sure.
We won.
Right.
There's no beef. There's no beef. We won.
Oh, damn. All right. All right.
We love everybody.
Yeah, for sure. We're just joking around. We're just being chill, bro. We're just being chill. Don't cancel us.
We love everybody. Yeah.
All right. So what do you guys think about Ryan Grubb? You guys are Washington fans, or I'm not really big into college football myself, so I would like you guys to tell me a little bit about him and what you saw, and like us, a Washington fan, spectator, and all that.
Well, I'm a UW fan. I mean, last year it was so fun being a Husky fan. Just the offense was electrifying, but a lot of it was because the quarterback offensive play, like the offensive line was amazing. The wide receivers were like, the personnel was really amazing. Like, we had Jalen Polk, we had Roman Dunze, we had Jalen McMillan as our wide receivers. Our offensive line was insane. And of course, our quarterback was Michael Penix. And I think Ryan Grubb just maximized their abilities. And so I'm really excited to see him maximize the abilities of our team this year. I don't know that he'll have the personnel that he had at UW, right? Like our offensive line is not. I don't know. We just don't know what our offensive line is going to be. I trust that Charles Cross is going to be better this year. I hope that Abraham Lucas is able to come back. Connor Williams signing is exciting, but I don't know about our guards right now. So we'll see what happens.
We'll see what happens. I'm not really too worried about the guards on the offensive line. I think we have some really promising pieces. What I am worried about is our right tackle. Right now it's George Fant. I'm not saying he's bad. I think he's an above average-ish right tackle at this point of his career. But, I would really love to have Abe Lucas healthy for sure.
Yeah, I think it's just, I'm so glad that they thought ahead about Lucas's knee, because last year he got hurt, and then the week after he got hurt, they signed 2 different tackles off of practice squads that were on the roster the entire season, didn't play any snaps, and then now they're not on the team. So it's like they really overcompensated. And then also, they had Jason Peters, who was 42, 43 last year, playing right tackle and not doing well, and Forsyth and so I'm glad they thought ahead and they went, okay, we need to get some kind of, no, I'm not in a sauna. It's an office. RIP. Rest in peace, Wrongopinionman. And so, I'm glad they thought ahead and brought back not only a familiar face, but a familiar face that, is at least average, if not better. And average is still way better than what we saw last year. So.
Yep. I don't know how Gino didn't die behind that offensive line.
Well, he did. That's why we saw so much Drew Lock last year.
He actually did, yeah. You guys are right.
Is Stone Forsythe still on the team?
I don't remember.
Good question.
I hope not.
Does it matter? It doesn't matter. Whatever.
I mean,
we don't want him to play.
No. Sure.
I am still not ready to give.
Oh, no, he's not.
He's not?
He's with Carolina, I thought.
Oh, he is?
That was one of the 3 Seahawks that ended up on Carolina in like a 1-week span.
Okay.
Because they traded for Mike Jackson, and then they picked up Jamie Sheriff and I think Forsythe. Let me double check the roster.
Hey man, I'm glad he's not here.
Never mind, he's here. Who am I thinking of?
Damian Lewis, maybe.
Got my hopes up, man. Yeah, maybe Damian Lewis.
No. Damian Lewis got the free agency. Got a big payday. I guess are you looking up the 53-man roster, Wrongopinionman?
Yeah.
Okay.
Forsyth is on our roster.
Okay.
Don't worry about me.
Yeah, I mean, we can go ahead and dive into that a little bit later. I just want to talk about Stone Forsythe. For me, I'm not ready to give up on him yet. I think he's a good backup. You know, he did.
Why are we talking about him?
I mean, he used to be
I'm not
horrible.
trying to
He
be
used
a
to be
bitch,
horrible.
but like,
Boy has
why
no
are we
feet.
spending time talking about Stone Forsythe? I'm sorry. Like,
Yeah. We
let's
don't
talk
have
about
much.
Abraham Lucas. Let's talk about
Yes.
that.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, the problem with Abe Lucas is we don't have any information about him at all. Like, yeah, it's just a state secret.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
Okay, Wrong Opinion Man.
I hope
So
he comes
if you could
back.
just help us out listing out, or maybe just any irregularities that you have on the 53-man roster that you maybe can find. So, we had it written down as a topic, but I don't think there were many surprises. Oh yeah, DJ James was waived. That was a big surprise. The rookie cornerback.
What? Was he a 6th-round pick?
Yeah, he was a 6th-round pick. Yeah, so I mean,
Damn.
it doesn't really matter that much, but it's kind of weird. I mean, we're not used to seeing that. I think Pete really gave these guys a chance as rookies, and tried to develop them on and off the field and stuff like that. So,
But Pete is University of Cornerback City. Like, Pete knows how to develop cornerbacks. So
Yeah, I think Pete, something he was so good at was getting, like, really pulling the talent out of those late round guys. And I'm not saying that Mike McDonald can't do that, but I think especially with how talented the corner group we have right now is, I think they probably were like, we have the talent. We don't really necessarily need to develop this guy. And if he wasn't in their plans or he wasn't doing it for them, then, let him go and try and find a future somewhere else if it's not going to be here. But it didn't seem like they even really tried to re-sign him to the practice squad. So
yeah,
for whatever reason, he wasn't a fit
either. Bro. So we just drafted a bum. Nobody wanted him. I guess. Damn, man.
We can't be talking about these players like this publicly.
Yeah, my bad. There are people too.
And I don't hate Stone Forsythe. I don't know why we were talking about it. I'm sorry.
I'm just not a Stone Forsythe hater. That's all I'm saying.
I'm not either.
Okay. That's exactly what someone who hates a guy would say. Right. Really go out of your way to be like, I don't hate him. Come on, guys.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
So I guess we can get a little bit into predictions, daydreaming about the Seahawks 2024 season.
Wait. Can we talk about roster holes? What are we worried about on our roster?
Yeah,
I mean,
something we should talk about.
The default is linebacker since last year, I guess. It hasn't changed.
Yeah. Is anyone worried about our safety room?
I'm actually not too much. I think we have some solid pieces.
I do like our safeties, but to be honest, I feel like we're little.
Yeah, we're cooked on wide receiver, bro.
We're so cooked on wide receiver, yeah.
Of course, you got Julian Love. Kobe Bryant being a backup is a little insane, to be honest with you. He does fly around. On some Earl Thomas stuff, he flies around. But in terms of actually tackling people, I don't know how good he is actually at tackling people. Of course, he's good at coverage too, converted corner. But besides that, Rashawn Jenkins, of course, he can tackle. But I don't know, man. In terms of coverage, I don't know. I do like him tackling better for sure, but covering, a little sus to me.
Would you guys would have liked to re-sign Quandre Diggs? I mean, he did re-sign for a very cheap price. That was very interesting that they didn't really even try to re-sign him if the Titans got him for that cheap. So, that was really surprising for me. I think I think he played well.
I think
last
he
season.
said that he didn't want to resign after he got fired. Like he said that.
Did he really? I mean, that guy's always joking around on Twitter, bro. Like talking about being unemployed.
No, but he said it.
He said it on like actual press conferences.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like, well, after I got fired, I wasn't gonna go back. So
yeah. I mean, I get that. I know.
I don't know. That's cope for me. I'm coping.
No, but you're right though, because like we talk about the NFL, it is a business all the time. We talk about they're going to cut this guy and bring him back for like a different deal, but like they're people, Like if your job fired you and said, okay, we want to bring you back for less money, what are you talking about? No, you're not going to do that. So
yeah.
I totally get that. I am a little worried about our safety room. Like Julian Love had some big plays, but he also, if you go back and watch him in coverage last year, there were a couple of times where he just seemed like completely lost. But I mean, Mike McDonald, we'll see if he can do. We saw what he did with Geno Stone, who was basically like a nobody up until last season, and then parlayed his season into a huge contract with the Bengals. Kayvon Wallace, I know they've been talking a lot about him. They seem really excited about him. But last year, the Cardinals released him when they were like 0-8. So if you get cut from an 0-8 team, like I don't know how good you can really be. That's not to say that he's a really bad player, but I'm just like, we'll see. We'll see what they do. And I do really like Kobe. He led the league in forced fumbles when he was a rookie. So, even if they give him limited playing time as like that big nickel, if he just gets around the ball, he's usually pretty good about getting his hands on it. He finally, I know it was preseason, but he finally got an in, and he had like 2 or 3 that were called back his rookie season by penalty. So
I remember that.
We'll see what he can do.
Yeah, I'm big on Kobe for sure. I'm a big fan, I guess. I don't expect him to be an All-Pro. I'm hoping he is, of course, but yeah. Hopefully,
I think he's better than Sauce.
No,
I mean, he won that award. He won that award in college, and Sauce didn't.
I was
going to
tell
teammates,
you, for sure.
That's all I'm saying.
Sauce was living under his shadow, bro. If we're being honest.
Sauce gets away with everything, like every kind of contact. It's so annoying.
Yes, he's definitely a PR merchant.
Yeah, one of my top 5 hate watch for this season is definitely Sauce Gardner. Like, I'm hoping he gets cooked, bro. Like, some speedy wide receiver. I don't know, man. I just he's such a child, bro. He's always on Twitter yapping about something. I can't stand the guy.
Always on Twitter yapping about weird draft visits with Pete, and then Pete posts the photos, and he's like, "What are you talking about?"
He got cooked, exposed, everything, bro.
Yeah,
Who's
that was
top
awesome.
5 hate watchers?
Wait, what you say?
Who's your top 5 hate watchers? Besides
top 5 hate watches. Brock Purdy gotta be number 1 for sure. I mean, I'm just hoping he gets exposed. Like, no Trent Williams to cover his blind side, and I'm just hoping somebody hit that guy. I'm not.
You don't think they're gonna figure that out?
I think it's gonna go through the season. Like, maybe he can come back like week 3, week 4, or something like that. I think they were reporting some shit like that. So yeah, I'm just praying that for the 49ers downfall in general. But I guess Brock Purdy, number 1, hate watch. Number 2, Sauce. Number 3, it's
Denver has to be on there, man.
I think I'm gonna say Aaron Rodgers at this point, man. Like, and I'm not even an Aaron Rodgers hater myself. Like, I can appreciate his greatness and all that, but he's been so annoying lately, and like so confident and so cocky about, yeah, I'm gonna come back from my Achilles injury like the same season, and we're gonna go on a playoff run. Like, what are you talking about, bro? You're insane. Like, I don't know, man. I can't stand the guy right now. And I guess number 4 would be, it's a difficult one. Just Bo Nix in general. Bo Nix, Denver fans, I hope they have a bad time. Nothing personal with Bo Nix. He's
Crash and burn.
No, it is personal. He plays for Oregon.
Sure.
Fuck that.
Yeah, you guys are already Bo Nix
Fuck
haters.
Oregon.
I can't
Yeah.
Broncos fans keep posting, and they're like, "Oh, Bo Nix, can't wait till he destroys the Seahawks or whatever." And I'm like, destroys? He's gonna throw 40 passes that are within the 2 yards of the line of scrimmage. That's not demolishing anybody.
Yeah. Well, listen, I'm gonna change Bo Nix to Sean Payton.
There you
Sean
go.
Payton is so fucking cocky, bro. Acting like he set up the Vikings to trade up for McCarthy. And we drafted the best player. What are you doing, bro? Yeah, definitely Sean Payton. And last but not least, I'm saving this spot in my top 5 for Tom Brady. If he comes back and plays for the Raiders, he's definitely up there, bro. I got a special place for him saved up.
That's a great list.
Thanks. Yeah, I really work hard on it. Dedicated to the hating watching.
I've hated Sean Payton for a long time. I think he's an asshole. I don't know why they got that fucking, what's his name, Kevin, fucking Paul Blart Mall Cop to play him in the movie, but
that was insane. Why is that guy playing Sean Payton? The guy from the meme that's like this.
Yeah.
Why is he playing Sean Payton?
I don't know. He doesn't have the right energy. He's too jovial. But I'm most excited to see him fail because the whole way they treated Russ last year, I know the Seahawks and Russ didn't treat Russ perfectly right at the end there, but they did all that shady shit where they were like, we're not gonna let you play because we don't want to pay you any money if you get hurt. And there was a report that came out that Sean Payton basically told him you have a month, and if you're not playing the way I want by the end of that month, you're off my team. Which, if you come into the season already telling a guy that he's not good enough to play for you, of course it wasn't going to go well. And so, wish Russ the best, and I hope Sean Payton, I don't know, chokes on a chicken bone or something.
Okay, we're starting out the podcast very well, man. We're understanding each other right now. Anyone, you guys want to add to the ChillHawks?
Deshaun Watson.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. He
Fuck
shouldn't even be playing,
nigga.
bro.
Sorry.
He's a criminal.
Definitely a criminal.
Yeah, fuck him.
Yeah, fuck that dude, for sure.
Yeah. The way Browns fans talk about him, you'd think he's God. And, even beyond all the sexual assaults and all the way he's basically whatever, it wasn't a real thing. He also just, is not a good quarterback anymore.
Oh, that was
he sucks. I don't know why you're defending a guy who's not even playing well. It'd be one thing if he was playing like Mahomes, and then I could see okay, they got to defend him because he's good, but he's cheeks. He's dog shit.
Yep.
Yeah,
bro. I don't know what happened. He's on some Looney Tune shit. They stole his powers. I don't know, bro. But he's definitely not the same quarterback. I guess that's his head just punishing him. I don't know, bro.
When you're guilty,
for
good,
sure.
Yeah.
You play like shit.
Karma.
I'm rooting for his downfall.
All right. I guess anyone else you guys want to mention for the hate watch before we move on to the next subject?
Derek Carr.
Derek Carr is the one too.
Why do you think Derek Carr?
Derek Carr?
Watch. Okay, one, he looks like my brother who's in jail and an asshole. Two, I think it's just watching him play quarterback is just gross.
Yeah, he's just gonna lull you to sleep.
He's not the worst. He's not the best. It's just ugh. Get that off my screen.
And I'm a big Spencer Rattler fan. Believer. I'm not really a fan, So I'm just hoping Spencer Rattler can bench him for sure.
My head watches Corsa Cowboys. I'm in Dallas now, so you guys don't know hate until you come out to like Dallas and hear the Cowboys talk about the Cowboys, or Cowboys fans talk about the Cowboys 24/7. It's oh my gosh, it's annoying.
I can definitely
enjoy
relate.
their pain. Yeah, I will enjoy their pain every time they lose. I will celebrate as hard as I can. It's my Super Bowl when they lose.
Nice, bro. I love that.
I love that.
Awesome. I guess we can move on to before we go on to week 1 preview. Just season predictions, hot takes. You guys may have about the Seahawks or the NFL season in general. What are you guys expecting, like record-wise? Speaking for myself, I am hoping for at least 10 wins, bro. But that's an easy number to say. The over/under is 7.5 wins for the Seahawks, which I think it's really low. I think I'm really thinking on betting some money on that for sure. But 10 wins, winning the NFC West, it's a tall task. I am going to say no. But I think the 49ers have a down year like they always do after the Super Bowl or stuff like that, And maybe the Rams, it's between the Rams and us. I don't know. Maybe I'm just daydreaming.
I mean, I would really like for them to be really bad this year because the Rams roster kind of looks like dog shit right now. But I don't think it's going to happen. I think they always look like that at the beginning of the year, and then they end up 10-7. Yeah, I think the floor that we should be hoping for is like at least the same record as last year. It's basically the same roster with like a couple of improvements, and it's a new coordinator who can hopefully help us perform a little better in the red zone, and this new defensive-minded head coach who can hopefully revive the defense to at least like average. So. Yeah, I'd say about 10 wins is probably fine. I would really love to sweep the Cardinals again. Just a little treat for me.
Low key, the Cardinals kind of got me stressed out a little bit. They have some ascending young players, of course, Marvin Harrison, but this guy McBride, bro, as I was, preparing for my NFL drafts and all that, I actually just stumbled into the rankings and I just saw him way up there. I was like, wait, what is that sound?
Sorry, that was my paper shredder down here.
Oh, okay, yeah. Don't worry about it. Just wanted to make sure everyone's fine. That sounded like a really ugly monster. And when you watch his highlights and his tape from Trey McBride, he's so good, bro. In every aspect of being a tight end. I think he's got like the speed, he's got the route running, and there have been some reports that the Cardinals coaching staff has him on the Travis Kelce type of power, I guess you could say. Like, you're so good at running routes as tight end that we're gonna let you like freestyle the shit out of the field, like just run whatever you think is gonna get you open, and that is some high level tight end, bro. So I don't know. The Cardinals make me nervous. Kyler Murray's healthy too. I don't know if you guys are big on Kyler or if he's also on your hate watch list.
No, there's a Call of Duty coming out this year. It'll be fine.
Okay, you got a point right there.
Does anyone know if their O-line is any better this year too?
I haven't heard anything about it.
No,
I haven't heard anything about them besides Marvin Harrison. Unfortunately,
I don't know. It's
I'm worried about the Cardinals too because they have James Conner and he's a good running back. I think people undermine him a lot, and I think he's a really good running back. And Kyler can run as well. Marvin Harrison is a problem, and Trey McBride is a problem. So kind of worried about that. But I don't know what they got defensively. Who's their star defensive player? Oh, Budda Baker. Never mind. Love him. But who else?
Bring him home.
Yeah, bring him here.
Yeah, I guess
David
they're good for
Collins?
fantasy.
Yeah, okay, cool. Yeah, I guess that's it. So we'll just throw it all over them. Gino and Co will throw it all over them.
Some fun shootouts I'm hoping for. Or
I
not.
will, I will
Our
hope
defense can be
for.
good.
I hope we win probably. I say ceiling 12 games,
Okay. I like
and
that.
floor is 8 games.
Nice.
I say at least 8 games. We do have a tough schedule this year. I'm not gonna lie. I'm looking at it right now.
We got
Playing Miami. Miami is so week 1 is Denver. That's a dub, of course. New England, Jacoby Brissett, easy money.
Easy money. Week 2, right?
Yeah, Dolphins.
I'll be there.
Jacoby is fine. No, don't play Jacoby like he's like some bum. I think he's a good quarterback.
Lose to Jacoby last year? Like he gave us a run for our money. Wasn't he playing for the Browns or am I tripping?
That's PJ Walker. Not PJ Walker. That was Aaron.
No, I think that was
Dobbs or whatever. Somebody.
No, it was PJ Walker. Pretty sure.
Where did Brissett play last year?
Last year he was playing.
I think so.
Oh wait, no. He was playing for the Browns, wasn't he?
I think he was
and then
playing
he got
for
hurt,
the Browns.
maybe. And then PJ
but
Walker.
when we
Yeah.
did the Browns, it was Walker.
Yeah, I don't know what the fuck happened, but
Oh no, he was
Jacoby
with the
was
Commanders
out.
last year, and then he got hurt, and then Howell played.
Okay, that makes sense.
Okay.
All right.
But after that, Miami, tough game in Seattle though.
No, we're gonna. Oh, there's my hate watch. That left-handed freak.
Tyreek.
No.
Tua.
Yeah, never mind Tyreek, all the domestic violence and all that. No, Tua is a goof, bro. He's on my hate watch.
That's a lot of weight too. Then Detroit, our yearly Detroit game in Detroit again. New York, the Giants after that. That's an easy dub. San Fran, I have a splitting with San Fran this year, but we haven't beat them in 2 years, so who knows? Falcons in Atlanta, which they're gonna have Kirk Cousins this year, no?
Yeah.
Well,
Hopefully by that time you see Michael Penix.
What week is that?
7.
Okay. Maybe. I don't know.
And then Buffalo in Seattle.
Oh,
Rams in Seattle. Bye week. Then we go to San Fran. Then Arizona, another dub. The Jets, another dub. Cardinals,
are you sure about that?
one.
People are hyping up the Jets so much, bro.
They always do.
I hate the Jets.
They do have like a top 5 defense for sure. It all comes down to.
Is their O-line any better?
No.
Yeah, no. Yeah, it all comes down to Aaron Rodgers' Achilles just taking all those sacks.
I wish the worst for.
They can't block for him, then it's over.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of his Achilles. Let's just say that. I don't hope he gets hurt, but I am kind of hoping the last time when he broke his collarbone, and then he rushed back, and then in the first game back he broke his collarbone again. So I'm not saying I want him to get hurt. I'm saying that there's a precedent for him getting hurt again immediately.
There's history of it.
Yeah. No, you're being a total professional analyst right now, bro.
You're
talking about.
I'm looking strictly at his injury history. It has nothing to do with.
For sure. No bias. No, and the thing is, he's returning. Like he's playing the contact football after a year. Like he didn't play up in the preseason. He didn't play nothing, and he's playing his first game back against the 49ers, bro. Like I don't know. Yeah, that smells like disaster for me. Maybe it's a repeat of last year. I don't know.
Hey man, we'll see. But we end the season against the NFC North: Green Bay, Minnesota, Chicago, and then last week is against the Rams, which is another dub. Easy dub, actually.
Easy dub.
Yeah, easy dub.
Yeah, maybe the Rams defense can take a step back without Aaron Donald, first year post Aaron Donald, like my guy said right here.
Yeah, all my prayers answered.
Yes.
Do you
Might be
guys
able to play football
expect?
for real.
Yeah, for sure. Maybe Gino can do something about it. Do you guys expect? Speaking of Aaron Donald, Byron Murphy has been named the next Aaron Donald by a lot of people, including me. I am guilty as shit, and I'm honestly expecting him to be on the defensive rookie of the year race. But I don't know, like a defensive tackle winning that, you gotta get like 15 sacks or some shit like that to be able to win that. So I don't know. What do you guys think about it?
I like Murphy,
I
but
don't like
Aaron.
the comparison of Aaron.
Yeah,
Donald.
Aaron
Sorry.
Donald was the best
Oh,
player
yeah,
on
of
the
course,
football
of
field
course.
the second he stepped on it as a
He might be
rookie.
the GOAT, bro, of football in general. Like as a talent perspective, like I don't know if there's anyone more dominant at their position than Aaron Donald. Maybe Megatron as a wide receiver.
Malik McDowell.
Still hurts. Still hurts.
Thank you,
ATVs.
Mohammed. ATVs are banned.
Yeah, as long as he stays away from the ATVs, we should be good. You know, as long as he plays at least 2 snaps, hopefully Byron Murphy should be better.
Yeah, I am hoping for a 1,000-yard season from Jackson Smith and Jigba. If I'm being honest, like people are trying to be a little bit conservative about their projections and stuff like that. I don't think Tyler is going to be as involved as he was last season. Not in the sense that he's not going to be good, but in the sense that he's 32, I think. So they're going to have to rest him a little bit more. If they want to keep him healthy, he's a great guy to have as your wide receiver 3 or, on the outside and Jackson on the inside and stuff like that. And, he can maybe alternate with Bobo. I don't know how they're going to do it, but I am hoping for more playing time, more snaps, and more. Well, they have said that they're going to be using him more downfield for Jackson, which is something that he really excels at. I think that those deep balls and he's catching it like with one hand, like going like this. Like he's a crazy natural catcher of the football. So I don't know, man. I'm a big Jackson fan. I am hoping he becomes the wide receiver 1, if I'm being honest. I'm not a DK hater. I'm just a huge JSN fan.
I'm with you there. I think you get 1,000. My hot take is Gino getting 4,035 touchdowns this year.
That is very possible too. Like, I think Gino played better last year. I think he showed a lot with a horrible O-line what he could do. Like, if we give him actually like a good system and a good O-line, like, what is the ceiling for Gino? Like, I don't know.
I mean, if you look at his 22 season, that's pretty close to what he had. He had over 4,000 yards, most ever by a Seahawks quarterback in a season. And then he had, 32 touchdowns in 22? So, and that was with, again, below average line play and no JSN. I'm a little worried about our tight ends this year as far as pass catching, but I think Gino's shown that when he's able to play for the full season and when he's able to, be in the system, I think he really can air it out. And we've seen he's got like one of the prettiest deep balls in the league. I think they just have to find ways to get him protection long enough to allow him to bomb those up without having to like dance around and navigate the pocket the way that he does. So,
yeah, for sure. I'm expecting that too. Hopefully. What about Ken Walker? He's one of our best talents on offense. But last year he only had 900 yards. And I think that's an underachievement for the level of talent that this guy has. And I don't blame him too much for it. Like, obviously, he's not a perfect player. He can be better at like hitting holes and stuff like that, like playing within structure. But I just think the run game in general last year just completely fell apart. Like he was if he ran for like 900 yards, like probably like 600 of those are on him, like just making people miss and making chicken salad out of chicken shit, you know. So if they actually give him like some good, yeah, yeah. So if they actually give him some good run game and blocking and stuff like that, if people stay healthy, and they have said that they want to use him more like as a workhorse, like in the passing game, stuff like that. I think that is a very, very underrated side of K9's game. I think he has fantastic hands, and you know, everyone knows he's really good at making the first guy miss. So, yep.
1,000 yards has to be at least 1,000 yards, I think, this year.
Yeah, the shape head, that definitely that is. You guys can call me crazy. The ball head. I mean, he put a little bit of the slider of the aura a little bit down, but I don't know, man. Maybe he turned it up a little bit on some other places. I think he got bigger too, so maybe he's not as fast, but he definitely needed to get bigger, I think. So we may see a different type of K9 this year. I'm excited. I'm excited.
Hope so.
All right, so it's been over an hour, so let's just go ahead and dive into the preview of the game. You know, there isn't much to talk about because we haven't seen these teams play at all. So, what matchup are you guys looking forward to, or what player are you looking forward to watching? Like maybe he's gonna have a good game.
I mean, I'm looking forward to see DK versus Patrick Surtain. I almost forgot his name. I just want to see that battle. Yeah, that's what I'm really excited for.
Yeah, I mean, if Surtain is actually just busy covering DK, then the other white corner that they have, I forgot his name, but they recently named him the starter. I mean, Jackson Smith-Njigba against that guy, I'm going to put my money on JSN having a good week 1 game.
Is it a white cornerback?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, he's cooked. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah.
It's going to be extra sweet if Riley Moss gets cooked because, 1, get the white corner out of the league, and 2, they got Riley Moss in part of the trade that they used to it was one of the trades they made with the Seahawks. I can't remember when they swapped thirds, but so they got him because of a trade they made with this team.
Yeah,
so
yeah, I remember that.
If they cook him, then it's even better. Like, look at you idiots. You didn't need to do that. But I think the matchup I'm looking for is Dodson, the linebacker, kind of in space against Bo Nix's all his screen targets because like looking at his tape, that's one of the things that Dodson did really well was playing up around the line of scrimmage and like keying out screens. And I think especially in your first game transitioning to the NFL, like they're going to utilize Bo Nix's strength, which are getting the ball to his players, distributing it and utilizing those screen passes. So if we can take that away and make him throw against Witherspoon and Trey Brown and Woolen, then I think then it's like job done, game over, we win. So.
Game over. Yeah, I'm thinking the same too. Because, like if we're talking about Denver wide receivers, bro, they got Sutton and Troy Franklin. Like, I don't think he's even starting. He's like wide receiver 4. So who else is even the wide receiver on over there, like on Denver?
Brandon Johnson.
Troy Franklin white? Is Troy Franklin white?
It's a white name.
Troy Franklin is not white. Yeah, no,
he's
not white.
Name,
no, he's a black man. Yeah, I can see. I looked him up. Damn. He's a black man.
Damn.
Yeah, they drafted him like.
Just wanted to make fun of the white player.
Well, they got a white.
Troy Franklin.
Did the Broncos sign Cody Barton, or was that the Steelers?
No, they did.
No. Yeah, Cody Barton is on the Broncos for sure.
This was the Broncos.
Attack him every play.
I'm just saying, Sean Payton seems to be signing a certain kind of player.
He has a type.
He has a type. That's all we're saying.
Sorry.
All right, I'm gonna list the Denver wide receivers.
Okay.
So we got Troy Franklin, Marvin Mims, who he did show flashes last year. Josh Reynolds, former Ram.
Okay.
Cortland Sutton and Devon Veely.
Yeah, it's smelling like dude.
No idea.
In that wide receiving room. Yeah, that's not a good room.
And they got Lil Jordan Humphrey on the practice squad.
Yep. No.
Barbecue chicken.
Like the whole fan base is being really cocky for a reason. Like we're all expecting just not a close game at all. Like we're hoping that the Mike McDonald defense crushes and welcomes Bo Nix to the NFL. But I don't know. I'm getting maybe a little bit nervous because we're so cocky right now.
No, not as cocky as Broncos fans. They're actually very annoying.
Oh no, but that's different. They are delusional. That is another whole thing. They really think that Bo Nix is
their delusion, though.
They're manifesting. They're trying really hard.
Exactly.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, what else can you do at this point? Like, imagine if you were a Broncos fan. Just the NFL season is starting. You might as well convince yourself that your team is good and you're going to the Super Bowl. The guy that you drafted is going to be an All-Pro. Like, enjoy this time right now because reality is coming, bro. So
it's almost like they didn't learn their lesson from the Russell Wilson trade when they were like shitting on us because they traded their whole entire future for Russell Wilson just to end up paying $85 million to play for the Steelers. I don't know, man. I'll probably be a little more humble. Maybe like, hey, let's, I'm wishing for the best, but I think he's gonna do well. Now instead, it's like, fuck the Seahawks. Bo Nix about to shit on everybody, so I wish nothing but the worst for them for the whole season. 0-17, number one pick.
It's all right. They can set the record for the most "it's overs" tweeted in a short amount of time. So
yes.
For sure.
Pain and suffering.
That is what they deserve, bro. Because they were dancing on us so much after the trade, bro. They were clowning our asses.
Yes.
And not even just when it happened, they were talking so much trash the next year, talking about, oh yeah, it was Hackett the problem. Sean Payton is about to cook the whole league. Like, I'm just praying. You gave up another first-round pick for a bust, bro. I'm just praying that Sean Payton is going to be horrible for them.
I hope so, man. It'll bring me much joy. Almost as much joy as the Cowboys losing.
All right. Yeah, for sure. I can understand that because I have, I live very close to Texas. I live in Monterey, so there are a lot of Cowboys fans. The most NFL fans over here in Mexico are probably Cowboys fans. So, yeah, I can definitely understand where you're coming from, bro. They're so annoying.
Very annoying.
Okay, so I guess we'll close out, or unless you guys want to talk about something else, we can close out with some score predictions for Sunday. And if any of the chat wants to give out their score prediction, we're gonna show it up here too. So, Wrong Opinion Man, why don't you go first, bro?
I'm gonna go classic 24-10 Seahawks. Nice and simple. 3 touchdowns and a field goal. I'll even throw in a missed field goal. Jason Myers is gonna miss a field goal. Block it now.
That is a good prediction. Imagine if we actually get that exact same score, bro. They're gonna kill themselves.
We can all tweet it out and let them know.
I'm gonna go 28-3 Seahawks.
28-3 Seahawks. That's a beatdown.
Yeah, I just want
I'm
to
gonna
be on their
go.
necks. Like,
I was gonna go. I'm gonna go 28-10. But my
Yeah.
hopes is 100-0. So hopefully we can do that.
T.
Yeah, I was actually gonna say 27-10, and just their only touchdown is gonna be like on what you call it, like when the game is done, is trash time,
Garbage time.
garbage time. Yeah, that's
Well,
their
it's the
only.
Broncos. It can be trash time.
All right. I guess we can wrap this up for the first episode of ChillHawks. It has been pretty fun, honestly. We just raw dogging this shit right now. This is the first time, for the whole chat. This is the first time that we have talked on a call, on a live stream, on anything, and it went pretty well. Apart from the technical difficulties on the beginning, but we have fun, and we're gonna go ahead and see you guys next week. After the game, maybe. Yeah. You guys sign up for that?
Let's talk after the game.
Yeah. All right. After the game, we're gonna have. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, on Sunday we're gonna have after the game's finished, we're gonna have a live stream and just talk about the game, laugh at the Broncos, or cry if they somehow beat us and the ref get involved. I don't know, man. I'm ready for anything. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thanks to my beautiful co-hosts for joining me in this the first episode on this live stream. And thank you. I guess go Hawks.
Let's ride.
No, you.
That's right.